let's go into our next laser coaching. Lasers. We're going to do our laser coaching and have some fun. All right. So I believe we have Rachel. Yay.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on? How are you?
Good.
Awesome. Rachel, have I coached you before?
Yes, you did.
Were you on the last one?
At the last one, the recruiting.
How did you do this?
How
did you get picked?
I manifested
twice?
it.
What's that?
I manifested it.
Apparently you did. This is very, very rare. I'm like, wait a minute. I feel like I've coached her before. Okay. So first of all, I guess I want to know what has happened since the last one. Like I gave you some coaching and I believe it was around guilt. Am I right?
Yes. Feeling small, feeling like I'm not good enough. Like I had a huge block around going live or being on live video. And since then, I'm able to do live videos. I've been showing up a whole lot more powerfully in my team. I've been recognized in my team and given more leadership things to do. But it's really totally changed my mindset to where my husband is like, what happened at the last coaching? So that's really
awesome. That is so cool. And you know what I've realized is people are able to listen at the level of vibration they're at. So a lot of times I'm coaching someone and I can recognize where they're at. I know where they want to go, but they're not ready for that. They're ready for the next step. And so I don't know how you did it, but you were able to manifest, like you said, to be on here twice. So congrats. That's really cool. And I'm really glad to hear that things change. If they didn't, then I'd have to be all mean to you and it just wouldn't be nice. I'd have to beat you up and, you know, put more pressure on you. So it's great. All right. So what's your question this time, since you now are featured every time we do this?
Well, first I do want to shout out that Glow's amazing because I know that we've had a few things to do. So I did want to give her a mention. So thank you for
working. She's awesome.
She is. So my question was, so I have this newfound confidence from the last session, and with that unlocked a lot of creative juices going, which I'm also inside Inner Circle. So I've run some things by my coach there. We've tweaked some ideas because not everything is great, but some things are we want to work on. And I find myself having great ideas and not implementing. I will sit down to like write a bunch of follow-up emails, or I'll sit down to create a lead magnet or implement some. I mean, I've got notes of things I want to implement for this, but every time in the past I've sat down to do something big and different that I could really visualize will give me a lot of results. Like I can see it. I'll sit and everything in my brain just goes away. Like I lock up and I can't get anything in. It takes me an hour and a half to write 7 sentences. And then I close it and I feel like a failure because I can't get my creativity to go. And I don't know why.
Yeah, got it. So the good news is you're definitely operating at a much higher vibration than you were last time. No question. I mean, one, how you show up on camera. Yeah, I remember you're showing up very differently. How many were on the last one? Like drop a comment. Can you tell that? Like just beaming, just a lot better. So
thank you.
You've moved out of victim. Because can I say that? Is that okay? Am I overestimating? You're in victim.
Yeah.
So I see 3 main vibrations, 3 main frequencies in the context of this. Victim, right? Everything sucks, nothing's working, you know, this happened, and I can't do this, can't do that. So victim. Number 2 is becoming, and the final is being. Now, don't worry that you're in this second, because I was in the second for, you know, the last 20 years, right? Being is I am that person that I've been wishing I would be. And I am that vibration. I am that energy that is making the impact, right? And that is not so associated with your current daily results. It's associated with how you are up here.
Mm.
So one of my favorite lines from Joe Dispenza is, be addicted to memories of your future more than memories of your past.
Yes.
And I can tell you, I'm for the first time in my life, I'm at that place where now when I have thoughts, it's actually of things that haven't happened yet. These are memories because I've had them in my mind so many different times of, speaking at, coliseums, of having 50,000 person villages, of having, building schools, building orphanages, and doing these different things. That dominates my mind much more than any kind of something that happened in the past. Only took me decades to get there, right? So don't worry that you're in this middle vibration. You still have some kind of misaligned association with success. So there's something around there that you experienced that has you believing that there's a negative connotation to success. So the reason that people won't do the things they know they should do, or they dip out of consistency, is they're drawing the wrong conclusion to success. So I would ask you, who in your past, probably as a child, who did you see maybe had success and lost it, or had success and lost themselves? Do you have any examples like that?
My dad has always been an entrepreneur. He's done a lot of amazing things, but he was also extremely, he was always working from home, but he was not present. That's a huge fear of mine, is not being present, losing my family in the process because I'm so wrapped up in my ideas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you nailed it. Thanks for going there so fast. That's the problem. You associate, I'm trying to remember here, you have kids, right?
Yes, I have 3.
You have 3 kids. So if we associate, especially as a mom, if as a mom, we associate success with having a lesser connection with our kids, we will fight people to prevent success. And the people we'll fight mainly is ourselves. And so know that you can have success and connection. You can have success and an amazing family. You have to do that. And in fact, a trick that I'll use on you, and I'll even tell you the trick, right? Not like a magician or something, but the trick I'll use on you is guilt. You're teaching your kids how to show up in the world right now. If you teach them that you can have amazing success, impact people all over the world, and stay connected to your family, that's the lesson they'll get. Or you teach them, you know what? Got to stay connected to the family, so don't have too much success. Don't make too much money. Got to stay connected. These are there, here's the question. Are there poor people, don't make an impact, dead broke, for whatever reason, right? No judgment, that aren't connected to their kids? Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, there's a book out there called 30 Million Words by Dana Susskind. And Dana Susskind, who I think she's awesome. She's amazing. Dana Susskind her and her team studied the difference between affluent homes and lower income homes. And there were a few differences. One difference was 30 million words. So the kid in the affluent home throughout their childhood heard 30 million more words.
Wow.
Because they were sitting around the table when they were having business discussions, or they were sitting around the table when they were talking about investments. In the lower income home, what did they hear the most? No, don't do that. Right? Negative feedback. And they watch TV. Not a lot of conversation. Now, that's obviously not true in every home, but that's based on her study. Get her book. It's great. And so money doesn't have to have an equation to connection to family. And I would argue that what actually connects families? When I think that question, I come up with two things. Communication, for sure. And the one major takeaway from that same book is 3 steps. Talk more, tune in, take turns. So both Graham and Sabrina, after I'd read this book, when they were only a few months old, I would say, hey, how you doing today? And I would shut up. I would literally wait. Now I know they can't understand me, but every time I did that, their eyes would kind of be going like this and then go, because I was waiting for their reply. And their eyes would change and it would focus. And so I'm in the process of taking turns. Okay. Tune in means you want to read to your kids, but they're playing with some toy. Tune into the toy. Hey, what is that? What are we doing here? And so Sabrina's always playing with, toys and Barbies and whatever else. And she's got these crazy scenarios and she makes me play the bad kid for some reason. And so I'll tune in. What is she doing? What are you doing? Oh, little Timmy. Got it. Bartholomew. It's another character I play. And I tune in, I talk more and take turns. That has nothing to do with money. It doesn't have to. So the 2 things I would say connects you more as a family: communication, which I've given you some tips, experiences. One of the things that Mark Hoverson did for his oldest son, he hired a Rhodes Scholar to teach him English. Like that's next level thinking. And I don't know his official IQ scores, but they're off the charts. Experiences. For you to have full experiences, you need to make money. You want to go show them the, Machu Picchu. You want to go show them the pyramids. You want to go show them, the Great Barrier Reef. Need some cashola. So I would argue that with more success, with more money, so long as you're keeping this top of mind, which you will never not. The parents that should read The Idiot's Guide to Parenting won't ever read it. You don't need a guide to parenting because it's at the top of your mind. What you don't need is the guilt associated with it, or to think that success is going to diminish it. It will not. It will have you think in ways that you could actually expand it. That you actually expand their experience, have them do things that otherwise you just couldn't do. Does that make sense?
Yes, that's amazing. Yeah.
So know that your success does not have to hurt them. Maybe it did you in the past. And again, with parents, even I look at even my stepmom, right? Who was very abusive to me every single day of my life, at least till 12 when I lived with her. Even in her way, she did the best she could with what she knew from her experiences. And so, you may have been hurt in the past. They did the best they could with what they knew from their experiences. Wasn't intentional. You are intentional about having a great family, and with success, you'll make it even better. Is that helpful?
That is helpful. Thank you for the keys. That's really helpful. I haven't been doing that, connecting with them that much like that.
Yeah.
That's really good.
So notice how success, that's your choice to connect.
Yeah.
Right. And for me, I'll be honest, I can do this all day long. I can do it every day. I can do it morning, noon, and night. I love coaching. I love transformation. It makes me feel good. I'm not a martyr. I do it because I feel good. I do have to schedule time with the family, but I honor that time. I'm not on my phone the whole time. I'm not, no, I'm playing full out with them with the times that I have scheduled or the times that we have planned or the vacations. And so you do have to make time for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Well, we'll probably see you on the next one.
Sounds good. I'm all up for it.
You can find more great marketing, prospecting, and recruiting tips just like these over at rayhigdon.com. And remember to pick up your free copy of his 29 sources of network marketing leads. We'll see you over there.